Hello, YouTube. In this video, I want to talk about how you and your mind has betrayed your own self for your own pleasures, for your own brain's pleasures, and after that, you're still not feeling happy. So you have betrayed yourself for almost nothing because those pleasures only last for about 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds at max, 1 hour or 2 hours. After that, it's not going to be ending. So you have betrayed yourself by doing all these bad habits. It could be like not getting up in the morning early, not putting effort in your own work. It could be like, bad habits like junk food, dopamine addiction, any addictions. It could be like all the addictions that porn addiction, it could be scrolling addiction, phone addiction, all the bad habits that give you instant dopamine, that gives you instant gratification. You have eventually betrayed yourself for almost nothing. I talk about this in my ebook, by the way, it's linked in the description below. That betraying yourself. Let's start by example. How do you start your day? You start your day because fuck. What the fuck, man? Let's start by how do you start your day? You start your day, you get up in the morning, you know what you do? The first thing, I have been saying this in all of my videos, the first thing that you do in the morning, you know what is it? You get up in the morning, you start using this. You start scrolling. You have nothing planned for the day. You don't know what you're gonna do in the whole day. You don't know what you're gonna do, like even in the first hour of the day. You don't know what are the first, the most important three things that you have to be doing in this day. You don't know anything. You don't follow any morning routine. You know what you do? You get up in the morning, you start scrolling. You're getting those rage inducing videos on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube shorts. Most of the people, they also just watch like 10 or 20 seconds of every long form YouTube video as well. Do you think if you have to be productive, if you're a really ambitious individual, if you want to be doing something good or something great with your life, if you want to be, providing something to the human society, if you want to be providing something for your family, if you want to be providing money for your family, if you have to be protecting and providing for your children and your wife, you will do that by engaging in these bad habits. You will not, right? That's how you start your day. You start your day. I have been saying this on most of my videos, all of my videos, and people still don't do it. This is almost as bad as dope or like porn addiction. The dopamine addiction that you have, it's almost as bad as porn addiction. Because think about what you do in porn addiction. You do like because you watch those videos, you want to get that instant dopamine hit, even if you're bored, even if you don't have anything to do, and even if you have something to do, you want that dopamine hit again because you are how do you say that was the word I'm looking for? You are addicted to ejaculating. That's what porn addiction is. You're addicted to ejaculating and you're addicted to watching others have sex. That's what porn addiction is. Isn't it the same for dopamine addiction? That you want instant gratification, right? Even if when you get up in the morning, when you even get up in the morning, the first thing what you do is you start scrolling. You have no purpose. You have no life purpose. You don't know what you're gonna do with your day, with your first hour of the day. You don't have any morning routine, and you start watching memes. You start playing video games. Video game addiction, porn addiction, phone addiction. These instant gratification, these dopamine addictions. They all are bad habits. And if you want to be productive with your life, if you really want to start a business, if you really want to pursue something good, if you really want to pursue greatness, you eventually have to meet the man. You eventually have to meet the man who has to drop all these bad habits. If I talk about myself, if I tell you my story, like I tell them in most of my videos, this channel I created because once I was doing all the bad habits that you are doing right now, and guess what? There was not even a single person who told me. I was a very ambitious individual. I am a very ambitious individual. But there was not even a single person who can tell me that these bad habits, there's a reason we call them bad habits. And if you skip in the morning, what do you do in the afternoon? What do you do in the evening? What do you do at night? You don't have any checklist or a to-do list that you want to be doing in the whole day. You don't have any schedule. You don't have any, tick marks that you want to be achieving in the whole day. You don't have any, what do you say, routine or a habit tracker. You have nothing. Your life is all messed up. And I'm not here to demotivate you. I'm not here to tell you that you can't change that. You can change that. You know how? What's the example? Me. I changed that for myself. I used to be that individual, and now I'm not. Because I eventually had to meet the man. Every man eventually meets the man that he needs to be met. You have to really think about yourself. Your attention span is so fucked up right now. If I tell you that just sit on a chair with no phone in your hand, with nothing in your hand, you know what you would be doing? You would be, the first thing that you will be getting in your mind is, oh, this is so boring. Who's messaging me? Forget about this. This is so boring. I need some instant gratification right now. If I tell you that sit in front of a wall and do nothing for 1 hour, do you think you'd be able to do? Because that's when productivity peaks. I also once did this experiment. I sat in front of a wall with nothing. I had like pen paper. I was not allowed to draw anything. I was just about to write. I was just allowed to write all the ideas that I get. The first 20 or 25 minutes, I was so fucking hard. I was so freaking hard. I was like, why am I doing this? Well, like my brain was throwing all the excuses that why am I doing this? Why am I doing this? I should not be doing this. This is a waste of my time. This is not going to lead to anything anyways. This is not productive, is it? My brain was throwing all the product or like all the excuses that he could to escape the situation. Guess what happened? After those 20 or 25 minutes, I started getting good ideas. I started to get ideas about the problems that I had. About the problems that I had that I didn't even think that I would get those ideas while I'm sitting in front of a wall. I got ideas. That's something like, I don't know what's the science behind this or what's the reason behind this. But when you start sitting in front of a wall or maybe doing nothing for 20 or 30 minutes, you will start getting ideas. The way I think in my mind is it's a toxic removing habit or a toxic removing routine. You should be doing that at least once in a week. You could be like doing every day, but at least once in a week. It's so important. It's good for your brain. You know how they say that good company is good for your growth and it's good for your health. Well, guess what is good for your brain? Good content and good the systems, the habits that I'm telling you. Good habits are really good for your brain. And I talk about this in my ebook as well. And if you want to know more, the link is in the description. See you in the next one.